In early May 2025, the state of Texas, USA was placed on high alert as a series of violent tornadoes and prolonged heavy rains caused widespread severe flooding. Over 16 million residents in areas such as Houston, Dallas, and Austin received hazardous weather warnings from the National Hurricane Center. The cause of this natural disaster stemmed from the collision between a cold air mass from the north and a warm, humid airflow from the Gulf of Mexico, creating ideal conditions for successive tornado formations accompanied by torrential rain. This was one of the rare extreme weather events to occur during springtime in the southern United States. Footage from the scene showed the terrifying level of destruction as rain and wind struck simultaneously, submerging streets, sweeping away vehicles, and sending residents scrambling for shelter. Within just a few days, the system of tornadoes and heavy rains had turned many areas of Texas into a vast sea of water. Towns such as Brenham College Station and Waco were severely affected as rising waters unexpectedly swept away homes, vehicles, and submerged once busy roads. Rescue helicopter footage revealed scenes of devastation: rooftops torn off, ancient trees uprooted, and power lines toppled across city streets. In some regions, floodwaters reached depths of up to 1.5 meters, leaving many residents trapped in their homes, requiring rescue crews to use boats and specialized vehicles to bring them to safety. In Brenham, tragedy struck when a 10-year-old girl was swept away by floodwaters while trying to evacuate with her family. Though she was found and rescued, she did not survive, leaving deep sorrow in the community. This was not an isolated case. As of now, at least 8 people have died. Dozens more are injured, and thousands of households have been evacuated due to flooding and traffic accidents amid extreme weather. Elderly people and young children were the most severely affected due to weaker health and slower evacuation capabilities. Texas infrastructure, still not fully recovered from the 2023 hurricane season, was once again devastated. Over 200,000 people lost power across Travis Harris and Fort Bend counties, with many areas unable to restore electricity within 48 hours due to weather and flooding. Water pumping stations were overwhelmed, and urban drainage systems were nearly paralyzed, leading to widespread flooding in major cities like Houston. Transportation systems were thrown into chaos. Hundreds of flights were canceled at George Bush Intercontinental Airport, and major highways such as I-10 and I-45 were closed in several sections due to deep flooding or fallen trees. Economically, experts estimate that the damage from this natural disaster could reach $1.52 billion, including property losses, evacuation costs, production and service interruptions, and infrastructure recovery. Agriculture was hit particularly hard, with thousands of hectares of crops submerged near the Brazos and Trinity rivers. Hundreds of livestock farms were forced to evacuate animals urgently to prevent further losses. Small businesses suffered heavily from the inability to operate, while the insurance system has struggled to process compensation claims in a timely manner. Environmental and health consequences are also emerging. Due to prolonged flooding, household wastewater and industrial chemicals have entered river and lake systems, causing serious contamination of drinking water sources. The Texas Health Department has issued warnings about potential outbreaks of diarrhea, viral fever, and skin infections due to contact with polluted floodwaters. Residents are advised to use bottled water and avoid direct contact with floodwater unless equipped with protective gear. At the same time, mobile medical teams have been deployed to evacuation centers to provide timely care for the affected population. Social media has been flooded with videos and images capturing people braving raging waters, rescue workers pulling individuals from submerged vehicles, and animals stranded on rooftops waiting to be saved. These heart-wrenching yet touching stories have quickly spread, drawing international attention. Numerous charitable organizations have begun collecting supplies and raising funds to support Texans through this difficult time. In response, both state and federal governments have acted swiftly. The President of the United States declared a natural disaster in Texas, allowing emergency relief funds from FEMA to be released. However, many residents felt the warning systems were not fast or widespread enough, particularly in rural areas or among those without smartphones. This shortfall has prompted renewed calls to overhaul emergency communication systems and invest more heavily in flood prevention infrastructure in high-risk states such as Texas, Florida, and Louisiana. The recent floods and tornadoes not only destroyed property, but also left deep emotional scars on thousands of families in Texas. This is a clear warning about the increasing extremity of our climate when in just a few days, one of the most developed states in the U.S. had to struggle to withstand a multi-layered natural disaster. This incident highlights the importance of early warning systems' flexible response capabilities, and especially the proactive role of each individual in preparing for emergencies. Do you think we're underestimating the dangers of natural disasters? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to follow the channel to stay updated on real-world events that help you understand and prepare better for any sudden catastrophe.
They're getting out to save the people.